What is this? Fangs win. The thing is, I'm trying really hard to like just know a date because one, I have to get all the quizzes prepped, right? And two, I feel like we need to have like a meeting. I want to get a PowerPoint made. Like there's a lot to do. I need to fucking go over everything that's different leveling on Horde as opposed to Alliance. For example, the Thunder Bluff elevators, the Undercity elevators, that's number one. What are some other unique things to Horde that are just fucked? Compared to say Alliance, right? I mean, the guard locations are now very different. That's one thing, but I feel like there's more. No Light of a Noon, the Son of Araguls, exactly, in Tirisfal Glades, which I'm sure a lot of people will be questing there. So things like that I'd want to include in the PowerPoint just to talk about the differences of leveling on Horde as opposed to Alliance, because we're gonna have a lot of noobs. So shit like that. So yeah, I also would love to have a date, but I do not have a date. All I have for you, because it's the best that I know, is sometime in November is when we are going to start OnlyFangs. Give us info in advance so we can work on stuff. I mean, we can work on it, and you guys can start working on it now. I mean, fuck it. Like, God, I don't feel like doing horror that much right now. So I need to have the the quiz for races done. That's important. And then I need a quiz for classes. I'm still not sure how I want to approach the classes. I don't know. I still have decisions that I need to make too. Like, I wish I could do a fucking meeting and just like ask people in the guild what they want, because it's not just me, right? Don't wow brain yourself too early. I've been wow brained my whole life. It's not going to change a damn thing. You have a Discord. The problem is I'm worried I'm going to get into a fucking call and everyone's going to want to talk about like why are we doing in November? What's the date? Why can't you tell us the date? And we're going to go down to that hole of like, motherfuckers, I can't say shit. I can't. But you're right. I technically could. What I'm debating is, so all of the sweats in the guild, I can make them take a quiz to decide what class they play. Do I do that or no? The other thing I'm not sure, and I kind of want to do this, because I think it'd be really fun, is if we only allow trading within the guild. No auction house, period. The entire way through. Even at max level. No auction house. Only guild trading. Which would... God, it sounds so cool on paper, and it would be like, I don't know if that's ever been done before. It would definitely give sweats something to be doing. Let's just cut our balls off while we're here, while we're at it. Yeah, no, it's I want to do these things, but it's so much harder. Like, number one, leveling on Horde, or just playing on Horde. Horde is harder, right? Horde is harder. Just is. The other thing is no auction house. That's way harder. We're locking people into races. So the thing we are doing, this is guaranteed. I don't care what anyone says. We're going to have a quiz for races. You're going to get assigned a race. So if you want to play a mage, right? And you take your race quiz, think Hogwarts, right? Gryffindor and Slytherin, yada, yada. And you get assigned Tauren. You are not playing a mage. That simple. You're playing something that Tauren can play. You're locked in. It's not changing. And we're going to have some fun stuff involved with that. I think it's going to be really fun. But the point is, people aren't going to be optimal races for their classes, more than likely. If you die, start over. You can play, hey, you pick Tauren Hunter. Well, now you can play a Tauren Warrior if you want to, right? So that makes it harder. What else makes it harder? I think that's mainly it, but that's a lot because we barely were able to Sure, Molten Core was easy, and everyone was like, fuck, I wish people died in Molten Core. But the adventure getting to Molten Core and being like, that was hard. Getting 40 people in there. And I'm worried that adding all these extra difficulties is going to make it too hard, despite it being way more fun. Not barely, you had a lot of people. I mean, I guess we need for a 40-man raid, you need 8 shamans. Ideally, you have 8. I guess if we're locking people into races, we might have those 8 shamans because we were really short on paladins last time. But yeah, I could always change the rules. So maybe I'll just say, fuck it. Y'all are going to just listen and bend the knee. Here's what I think is best for now. We're going to commit to this. And if it is a problem, we'll change it later. That's what I think we'll do. So yeah, we're going to do Horde. We're going to do no auction house, no trading with anyone ever outside of the guild. And maybe we'll allow like Fangsley. Maybe. Like an alt guild. That's probably the first thing I'll start allowing, right? So viewers can kind of somewhat interact with the guild to an extent and make an impact. But I just don't want it to where we just basically don't have a guild enchanter anymore because we just W key everything to Fangsley. Some shit like that. What else? Oh yeah, the sweats. So I don't want, say, I'm going to use Zico as an example. Zico is one of the best mages in World of Warcraft that there is. End of discussion, right? I wouldn't want Zico to play mage. He has to play something else. As an example, same with who else? Sony Digital can't play a warrior. Things like that. Zaryu can't. Well, I think like Zaryu and Z, like they can play anything. Like they're not that griefed. I'm trying to think of other examples or like a better example. S-Fan and a paladin, right? S-Fan cannot play a paladin. Granted, we're playing Horde, so it's obviously not going to be a thing, but you can't do it. Like Peo couldn't play Rogue. So they're going to basically take the quiz, get assigned a race, and then they got to take a quiz for a class. So I don't know if I want to do that, though. Like, I don't know if I want to force people to play a class they don't want to. They're already getting forced into a race. Even if they're sweaty, I still want them to have fun. You know, I'd be super bummed out if I had to play a paladin. I don't want to play that class. Now I just don't want to play the game. Like, that's how I feel about it. So that's why I'm not sure if I want to force classes. Race is already kind of a thing. So everyone just takes a race quiz. Which means I gotta get the race quiz made. Make them take it if they die. Yeah. Can you mail between your own characters? Yeah, in the guild. Racism is still gonna be a thing. So I want to add, when you get assigned races, let's say you get assigned undead, I'm going to be giving out points. And these points are going to be our new loot system. So in other words, when let's say we're clearing Molten Core and what's a really good piece of gear drops? Fucking Mage Blade. Mage Blade drops. It's like the best caster weapon that there is for anyone that can use swords. We're going to do it to where, let's say undead have the most points. Undead, all the undead mages are going to get to roll 1 through 100. Second place, let's say, is Troll. They have the second highest points. They get to roll 1 through 90. And then third place, Tauren and so forth, right? So they're going to have advantage on rolling a gear. Now, how you're going to get points is going to be who is our most esteemed enchanter in the guild. Who's our most esteemed leather worker in the guild? That's going to give points. Who's the first level 60? What race are they? Who's the first death? That race is now going to lose points. Who's the first death to an elevator? Minus points for the entire race. Who's the, like, and we'll think of different things that, like, oh, hey, my bingo board, you triggered it, the whole race now loses points, right? So yes. And I'm going to encourage in-game racism. I think that's fun. Each death equals -1 point. Maybe we'll do that too. Every death is just -1 point to the whole race. Sure. I think that's going to be fun. And then, yeah, we're no auction house. Ever. Everything must be done through the guild. In which case, we're going to need a Google document. Keeping track of all consumables. So example, there's one alchemy elixir that gives you 4 agility. I forgot what it's called. At low levels, it's great for leveling, yada yada, right? What if we need that? So if someone finds it, they can check the Google Doc and they'll say, oh, we have that already, right? Something like that. Some type of organization where you can easily check if our guild needs this. And then the next thing we need, we need race officers. So an undead leader, a troll leader, a Tauren leader. We're going to have those too. And we might have a voting system. This shit's going to get we're going to get some politics. I don't know what's going to be happening. We're going to have voting systems, yeah. It's going to be crazy. Is the song going to play? I sure hope so. Either way. So, things that need to get done. Quiz for races needs to be done. And then we're going to need some type of Google Doc setup or a way to track what the guild currently has item-wise, right? Just to track, or what is it? Patterns. Just while leveling, what if you find the savory deviant delight fish pattern, right? You don't want to send that to our alchemist. Recipes. So, yeah, recipes. Guild Excel sheet, yeah. And I'm just, I want to bring this up to people because it's like, who's someone who sucks ass that doesn't know anything about WoW? That plays Seer. Like, what is Seer? Is Seer going to check through Google Doc? Is he going to know shit? I guess his chat might yell at him and be like, that's important. You need that. Save that. Right? So maybe it'll be fine. You always use Seer? Well, Seer's clueless. Like, he really is playing the game pretty much blind. And I respect that. But he has no clue. Like, if I were to be playing, I don't know, Guild Wars 2, and I got some crazy rare recipe, I don't know. I'm going to vendor it. I have no idea. He's pure. Seer hated every second of WoW, and he'll be doing it again. Absolutely. Like, fuck, we need to get Petries. I don't even know. Where does Petri even drop? How do you get that? Where the fuck is the pattern? Duskwood, the Hinterlands. Okay, a 2% drop chance off of Yasandra. What? Okay, the Necromancers have a 0.3% chance to drop it. In, I'm assuming that's Scholomance or something, or Strath. Hey, Anixia has a 0.6% chance to drop. Why don't you do this? When someone has found the item, it's allowed to buy that item from the auction house. This means it gets unlocked. That would be the next step to make it like more feasibly realistic, but that would also defeat the purpose of having a guild alchemist or a guild herbalist, things like that. Now we're just going to go around and just farm it. Only that person can buy it. This is why I want to have a guild meeting, right? I don't know. I don't think so. I think only... Fuck, I just don't want everyone's content to just be farming flowers because we have to. Because I know that's what's going to happen. Either way. So that's currently where OnlyFangs is at. Quiz for races. I think Volp's already started working on it. I do want to get this out to people. I want people to start taking this soon. Maybe not soon, but like... sometime this month, I want this quiz done, and I want this given out. Just so people can kind of know what race they're going to be and start thinking about what class they're going to play. What is this? Hardcore statistics with heat map and class count. Very interesting big red spots. Oh. All right. This seems more... the problem is this is also alliance driven, you know? We're playing Horde. All of these are the alliance starting zones. Can I get some Horde starting zones? Fuck. Here we go. Yep, that'll do it. A lot of undead die up here. It's fucked. Ooh. There's the son of Arugul. 268 kills. So if you don't know, there's... I want to say this is like a level 15... actually probably lower, level 11 to 16 or 18 leveling zone, and Son of Arugul is just basically this level 28 elite mob that just walks around and he just kills you. There's several of them. Yeah, they're all over. So what's going on here? Wetlands, Crocs. Yeah. The hyenas are the highest killing mobs. That's surprising. I wonder why. Maybe because, like, I feel like the hyenas just patrol through the entire, like, zone, essentially. So, like, you essentially pull a hyena when you don't want to. High days chance. That doesn't surprise me. This cave right here, that'll fuck you up. Also here, I died here actually when I was leveling off stream. Gadget stand, that's later on in the game. Later on in the game. Horde dies here. I died here in this pool. I cried when I died to basically water. That's it. What's the quest mob in the Barrens? It's like a warlock with a big pet. The quest mob in the Barrens. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you gonna play the BRD raid? Oh yeah, hold on. I want to see that. I wanted to see that like announcement that Blizzard did. And no, I'm not going to be doing it. Yeah, some like the new armor appreciation bullshit. Some BRD raid is going to get redone. Oh yeah, new Shaman Ascendance forms. And that's it, huh? Weird. I know Nick is still playing retail. Like, they're still raiding and everything. I try to convince him to play Throne and Liberty. Because it's actually fun. I think it's fun. Once you start to understand what's actually happening. Moral of the story is to stop going in caves. Yep. Warn your warlocks about that cave. Yeah. Fuck, I guess what are things I should put in the PowerPoint is probably the last thing before I move on and get back on my super interesting YouTube shorts. Elevators. I mean, fuck, just this whole picture, right? Heat map. Let's just say heat map of deaths. And then, of course, highlight why. What else? I want clarification on mob tagging if people die. Oh, yeah, the mob tagging. I don't know how to handle that. No mob tagging. Unless approved. Simple as that. By me. And maybe me and race leaders. Something like that. Heat map of deaths, elevators, no mob tagging unless for what else? What are some other like serious hotspots and ways people die leveling on Horde? I feel like I gotta ask Ompi, because I know Ompi literally just leveled in Classic Era. I guess he probably didn't even level. He probably just fucking did his speedrun crazy shit. Fuck. Fizzle and Duratar. Oh yeah, Fizzle. Oh, yep. The Alliance Outrunners. That'll fuck you up. What else? No mock garage. No mock garage. But I don't need to write that down. Elevators, heat map of deaths, highlights as to why. No mob tagging unless approved. Fizzle, whatever the Swift River. What is their name? The SFK dude. Where was it? Son of Argyle. Yeah, the undead are gonna get demolished. Harpies, Northwest Barrens. Harpies, Northwest Barrens. Like, I actually want to highlight every scary zone all the way until you reach level, I guess, for the starting PowerPoint, all the way to level 30, I'd say. Anything after level 30 is like a whole separate PowerPoint, but anything before level 30. Elementals, Ashen Veil. What else really fucks you up? All of Thousand Needles, especially the Grim Totem Plateau. Is the Grim Totem Plateau that dangerous? I thought it was just one random Harpy quest in Thousand Needles that was scary. And who was that? The Centaur and the Barons are tough because they're fast and in packs. Yeah, Centaur, Barons, write it down, sure. Escort, quest, top of T needles. What else? Charred Veil. Oh yeah, what's that one? It's in Stone Talon Mountains. You go into that cave, and you're fighting, I think, goblins. It's crazy how I've seen so many people die. What is that shit called? Is it kobolds? Fuck, let me... That's Stone Town. It's in Stone Town, yeah. Let's see. Stone Talon hardcore WoW escort quest. No, it's not the escort.
On your hardcore journey, you're going to be completing many quests. Whether it's carrying a package halfway across the world, collecting hooves from apparently wave. As for the and despite this quest taking place around level 30 or so, it is way more dangerous than the one we just talked about in Ongoro.
I think this
After
is the
destroying one of the food crates, you
I think this is the Thousand Needles quest I was just talking about.
The encounter, which will summon 2 harpies in the first wave, 2 harpies in the second, 3 harpies in the third wave, and 2 harpies as well as the final boss in the last.
Yep, test of endurance.
Last wave. Each wave will be a cave as it has one entrance.
This is Alliance, we don't care about this. Chicken quest? No.
You'll be taking from the casters. The final pull is 4 level 23 to 24 kobolds, including one with an aura that increases the attack speed of nearby allies by 25%. This is a level 22 quest, by the way, which makes it so much more difficult since your class will be lacking certain key defensive or offensive abilities. And even if you try to kite mobs out of the cave during the quest or pre-clear, respawns will happen during this quest because...
Okay, what's it called?
Elixir. If you use it to speak with a god, be doing this on your game to do it a level appropriate to it. Honestly, I don't know what Blizzard was thinking with this one, but it combines elements of every dangerous quest possible into one. You're defending versus waves, you have little recovery.
Someone have the name? Garonzer's Orders. Okay, let's copy that. Bang. Ask request, top 1,000 needles. Lorenzo's Orders. There we go. I know there's more too. Like there's more things that just fuck you up. Miner Hackett and Hillsbrad. The quest name is Dangerous. Hills Brad Miner's Quest. Scary. Just type that in. Hillsbrad Hellkiller's Revenge. That's where you have to deliver that one bullshit to like the grave, but you pretty much always pull the Hillsbrad guards. Is that one? Because I've damn near died to that. The spawning flag quest in the Barrens. Okay, hold on. Spawning flag quest in Barrens. And Hecular's Revenge called Dangerous, I think is what it's called, right? There's a quest that kills you on purpose, the Winter Spring quest, where you have to drink that potion. We're talking anything below level 30. Anything after that is a different PowerPoint lecture entirely. And they apparently fixed that quest for hardcore, which is cool. Furlbog quest in Ashenvale where you have to survive waves. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Waves in Ashenvale Furlbog quest. You put that banner down and those show up.